What's going on, guys? Welcome to another one of Black Iron's Battles. Today we're here with some more Total War Warhammer 2 quick battle action. And I'm sorry it's been so long since I've gotten any content up, you guys. I've got a lot of stuff going on in my life that's been just taking priority, family stuff. But, I'm trying to get in here as much as I can, and whenever I can get some fun stuff up for you guys, I'm definitely going to be doing it. So I thank you guys for your patience and for tuning in when I do toss something up. I appreciate it. So today we've got some Norska. So we've got the Throgg set up, but we actually didn't bring Throgg. So I was trying to kind of throw him off there since we used Wintertooth. But my opponent here, as you can see, is an Empire player, and he has brought Boris Todbringer there. And so I wanted to show you guys this one very specifically because there's some pretty awesome stuff going on. First off, let's talk about what I've got here. We've got a bunch of Marauders here in the front. You can see they're just they were just gonna take down Empire State troops. So you see here with the three silver chevron, 38 melee attack and 28 weapon strength. They'll they're just gonna crush these spearmen. They've got plenty of attack, and even the great swords will have a little bit of a hard time once you get them up that high. 35 melee defense is not too bad. So we go ahead and get them to take care of the state troops. In the back here, we've got two groups of Marauder champions with there with 3 chevrons in them. You see they're 58 melee defense. So those guys do have shields as well. So they're pretty heavily armored for Norscan units. We've also got the Skinwolf Werekin. So he's going to be the big one we're going to want to keep an eye on this battle. The Skinwolf Werekin is anti-large damage dealer. So you can see he's got regen, he's got ruinous flesh, so he's got plus 18 armor to allies in range. He's just pretty awesome. Whenever he's fighting against large units, he'll do some pretty good damage. He's also got regeneration, which makes him weak to fire, but it doesn't always come into play that often. Over here on each flank, we've got 2 groups of Marauder Berserkers. One group is the Brutes of the Hound, the Regiment of Renown. We've also got, like I said, the Marauder Chieftain. Just kind of switch it up. Everyone expects Throgg, so we just brought someone a little bit different. You can see here he does bring Fight or Die with him. And I've got the Flaming Axe of Cormac to add that melee attack plus fire damage. It gives them a little bit of extra damage, but the 69 melee attack is not bad at all. You can see here we went with the Shaman Sorcerer of Death, who just faded Buna and... there we go. Oh yeah, okay. So we got Spirit Leech and Faded Buna over there, and that's about that. I think that's all. Oh no, we do have the expensive, the elite troops back here. We've got some regular Fimir warriors with 1 chevron in them, and then we've got some Fimir warriors with great weapons also with a chevron. Just giving them a little bit. So these guys do magic damage, and they do armor sundering as well. So you can see they take away 30 armor, which is a flat amount. It's not as strong as the it's not as strong as the Skaven players, the Death Runners, but if that 30 armor can matter a lot against some of these more lightly armored troops. Here in the front, you can see that the Empire's got some pistoliers ready to do some harassment, and if we take a look over here at the rest of his things, he's got some definite cavalry here in the back. Some Empire Knights. He's got the Royal Outdwarf Griffites, which are those Regiment of Renowned armor-piercing anti-large. He does have the Hammer of the Witches. Up here, he's got a Light Wizard who's got, it looks like Net of Ammontok. And what was the other spell? Let's see what it is. It was the Net of Ammontok and Foz Protection. That's right. And then we've also got just a bunch of Empire State troops. You can see there the Spearmen, a bunch of regular Spearmen, no chevrons into him. And he's also got a bunch of Free Company Militia, as well as Sterling's Revenge. So he's got 3 of those Free Company Militia. You can see the Tattersouls up there in the front with the great swords, and then just a bunch of state troops. So he's really going to have to do his major damage there with these big boys. And up here in the air, he's led by Boris Todbringer. So the Toadbringer himself, he is ready to do some damage. You can see here, Deadly Onslaught. He does have the Midland Rune Fang. So he's going to be regenerating, Crush the Weak. So he's White Cloak or Ulrich, so he's all ready to go. He's fully geared up and ready for action. But, we've got some anti-large, and hopefully it'll be enough. So let's go ahead and get right into this battle. Let's see. There we go. Let's get right into the battle. Okay, so you can see everyone's going to move. And we're going to start taking a few shots from these pistoliers maybe. But all of these Marauders up here in the front are shielded. So that's okay. It's not too bad. You see the Hammer of the Witches starting to take some shots as well. But all we want to do is advance at this point. So we didn't bring any ranged units. We just are trying to attack, rush as fast as we can, get in there, and we will do the best that we can. So here you can see we have sent the Skinwolf Werekin. He's going to take some shots, but he also does have that minus ranged attack damage. So he'll do okay. Not the best person to take hits, but you know, with Foe Seeker, I was hoping he was going to catch those pistoliers, but they do have 90 speed and he's only at 81, so he's not quite going to be able to catch him. We're going to want to pull him back. But he will start taking some big hits from Sterling's Revenge there. You see there, the pistoliers are all taking shots at him, but a lot of those shots are missing. So we're doing all right. And all of this time is giving us lots of time to move up here. You see we're just slowly getting engaged. We're getting closer and closer. We are taking some hits on this Skinwolf Werekin. You see here, he's just getting knocked down. Boris Toadbringer is on top of him, but look at that big hit. You see here, Spirit Leech is cast right on top of Boris. See the Skinwolf Werekin is taking some big hits, and Boris is down heavily. You see if we look here, everyone is starting to get engaged across the front line. Boris is down to half health, even though the Skinwolf is down to 1300. And the Skinwolf is not yet broken, although he's almost dead. He is still doing massive damage to Boris. Boris is down to half health, and he's going to have to get out of there as well. The Skinwolf Werekin has been terrified, but he'll be back in. All across the front line, let's go ahead and slow it down. All across this front line here, you can see that we are just engaged. And the longer all of these troops stay engaged, the better it is for us. You can see here the Tattersalts are already half dead. These Marauders are just cutting them down. You can see the Fimir warriors are getting in here. They're already starting to engage, and they will overwhelm that center flank pretty easily. Here in the back, we've got that Shaman Sorcerer of Death, and I just want to ride him in and start getting those Free Company Militia tied up as much as possible. On the right flank, you can see we're bringing these Brutes of the Hound over here, and we were trying to get them in on top of the cannon or on top of some of these Free Company Militia. We do not want these guys to be standing and firing. If we have them running away from us, at least they're not firing at us. So at some point in the front line, you can see these great swords are almost down. We've got plenty of units here. All of these units need to start pushing forward towards Sterling's Revenge, and we just going to do as much damage as possible. You can see he's got all of his troops here. So all of his cavalry troops are over here on the left flank. And if we cannot do something to stop them quickly, that is going to be a big problem for us. You can see the Skinwolf Werekin is here taking a ton of damage. Those Marauder Berserkers are falling right into the back line here. And so I've got those mobile troops just doing whatever they can to kind of tie up all of those ranged units. You see here that Boris Toadbringer is flying right over the top, trying to just cause terror, do whatever he can do. But look at this. He's going to come in, get on top of these Fimir warriors with great weapons. And that is not where Boris wants to be. Here in the back, you can see we've got the Fate of unit on top of Sterling's Revenge. We've got all these units. You can see the Hammer of the Witches is tied up, and we now have those Marauder Berserkers in there too. Here in the front line, we're still hitting on Boris Toadbringer, and we can see, watch this, boom, that Skinwolf Werekin comes in and just takes him right out. He does just a huge hit, tons of armor piercing, and takes him out immediately, which is going to cause actually a pretty heavy morale hit to the Empire troops, but it is not over yet. That big cavalry flank is going to come in here. You see him getting right into the side of these Marauder champions and these Marauders, but all the great swords are gone, and those Marauder champions, or those Empire Knights, well, we'll lose to the Marauder champions over time. Although they don't have the best, stats, they don't have armor piercing like that, they'll kill them over time just with weapon strength alone. You see here, Marauder Berserkers are going to chase down these Free Company Militia. We've got another set of Free Company Militia over here, but we're going to get right into them with this Shaman Sorcerer of Death. We're trying to keep them from moving when we can get these Brutes of the Hound into him. You see their rear charge coming from the Shaman Sorcerer, and oh my god, there's another hit coming from the Empire Knights right into the Brutes of the Hound, and those guys are pretty much done for. I mean, there was only a few units left, but at the same time, they're holding on. While over here on the left flank, pretty much everything is moving our way. We've still got some of these Pistoliers over here, but they're being chased down by Marauder champions. We've got a ton, most of his frontline units are gone, and after losing his Lord, it's really going to be a hard time, because now you can see we've got Spirit Leech on this Light Wizard. We're trying to chase him down. He's only got 78 speed. You see here the Skinwolf Werekin coming after him, but he is going to actually get killed. Or not killed, but knocked down by that Royal Outdoor Grit Fight. But that is actually a good target for me. If I can get on top of the Skinwolf Werekin, if he can get into these Empire Knights, he'll kill one with each swing. See there, he's actually just standing still by himself now. So that's not where I want to be. He's actually going to probably take some damage now. You can see here he's netted now, and so that was actually a little bit of a misclick on my part, but at the same time, if you look across here, we do have a lot more units. They're all starting to get engaged, and he is just trying to kite best he can. But the Marauder Chieftain is having no trouble. You can see here his speed's up to 97. He's going to get in here, and he'll get a couple hits off on this Light Wizard, and that'll be pretty much it. You see there, the Light Wizard goes down pretty quickly. I think one more hit is going to come in here on top of him, maybe not. We did want to chase, or I did plan to chase him just off the map. You can see here the Pistoliers are getting pretty low on ammo, and over here in the back, you can see this group of Free Company Militia still got the Shaman Sorcerer of Death, and 5 of those Brutes of the Hound, and they're now up to 65 kills. Those Brutes of the Hound, 4 left. And those guys are they finished it off. Everyone finished it off strong. You can see there was still a good number of knights left, but that is pretty much all that remained. The Pistoliers were out of ammo, and they just could not win that infantry battle. So if we take a look at this post-game wrap-up, you can see that my opponent, it was really Boris Todbringer, getting smacked down by the Skinwolf Werekin. He was down to 50% health. Even though we took the Skinwolf Werekin down a lot, this was his main legendary lord, and since he had to bring him back into battle so quickly, we were able to just kind of trap him and kill him so easily. When we were able to get in there and finish him off, that was a huge hit to the leadership of my opponent. And really, also, we were able to stop that Hammer of the Witches. The fact that we were able to kind of distract him with the Skinwolf, and then we were able to get all of our units in so quickly, all of the shields right up in front, absorbing a bunch of the hits. And we were able, you look at that, Sterling's Revenge, only 1 kill. While they did get some shots off, they weren't able to stay alive as long. We used the Fate of Buna on them, got them off the field. Although it would have been way better on the Altdorf Griffites, we were able to kill them as well. We just had enough armor piercing. We had these great weapons with the Fimir warriors as well, and the Brutes of the Hound and those other Berserkers were able to get around the flanks, kind of chase off those Free Company Militia, keep them from free firing. Although they did get probably the most kills on my opponent's team, we were able kind of to stop them up. And our Marauders, those Marauders there with those silver chevrons, they were cutting those spearmen and pretty much all those troops to pieces. There was just no problem there. You saw the great swords, they got 43, 47 here, but with this many Marauders, of course they're going to get a few kills, but just not quite enough. It was really those expensive troops that didn't quite do enough. The Royal Altdorf Griffites and the expensive Boris. The Light Wizard was able to cast a few spells, but they just weren't able to kill the Skinwolf Werekin. So either way, guys, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I know, like I said, I haven't been able to get as many videos up lately, but I'll be trying to get back into it a little bit more now as I get things settled again. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Please subscribe for more great online content. This is Black Iron, and this has been another one of Black Iron's Battles.